On this day, this public elementary school was normal. A 9-year-old boy shouting this word would be unexpectedly fascinating. After anxious staff called for backup, police flooded the school in minutes. It frightened everyone. How did it go? Nick Johnson was a regular 9-year-old boy. School was fun and his family was happy. As a single child, his parents wanted the best for him. Nobody expected him to get into so much trouble for such a minor thing. He was suddenly at the center of attention just by shouting a word in the cafeteria. Schoolmates loved Nick. He was loved by all. Since he was a nice kid, he got along with everyone. Nick could cheer up any kid. Many say he was a typical 9-year-old boy. He was attacked after one word. School was normal. Nothing unusual. The cafeteria erupted. Nick's supervising teacher pointed and discussed his situation. Nick was unaware of their plans. Probably forever. A young teacher overheard Nick and his friends talking while eating at a cafeteria table. The boy's words shocked her. The young woman had to choose. She went to her superior, and they reached an unsettling conclusion. The teacher who overheard the conversation and her supervisor thought the issue was clear but wanted another opinion before acting. If you like my videos, don't forget to like or subscribe. Thanks in advance. They told the principal what happened, hoping for a decision. Success. They underestimated the issue. No going back. Principal wanted to call police. Police stormed the school in minutes. Some cops arrived to resolve the issue. The principal eagerly awaited. Police cars stopped outside the school, raising questions. Were they threatened? Children were frightened when police entered their school. They assumed the worst. Nick didn't know he called the police. When the police called, he was about to be shocked. For shouting "Brownie" in the cafeteria. Was there more? The police took Nick Johnson into a room. They told him they had questions. The boy was scared and had no idea why the police were questioning him, but he had no choice. They demanded his compliance. He could get in trouble otherwise. He assumed. It was apparent. The boy realized that the cops had come for him. He still had no idea why, but he would soon find out. The officers asked him an unexpected question. The police wanted to know what happened in the cafeteria, but he barely remembered. He said what? Nick shouted "Brownie" in the cafeteria and the police were called. The police questioned the boy after this. The teachers thought he was using the word as a racial slur at nearby children. The school summoned Nick's mother. She left her office and rushed to the school, unsure of what was happening. Nick was in trouble when the mother arrived. They interrogated her while clarifying the situation. She didn't expect this when she left for work. The mother didn't understand why the police questioned her son about such a minor matter. She wanted a good school explanation for calling the police. The woman's story went viral online, and many agreed with her. One word, and they weren't sure of the circumstances. They initially called the police. Nick called their favorite desserts brownies when talking to the other kids at the table. Nick hadn't called the minority children sitting nearby that word. Misunderstanding. The school staff thought the police were needed. Nick's mother questioned the school's decision to involve police in a minor dispute. The boy's nightmare made the woman reconsider enrolling Nick in the same school next fall. She thought they overreacted. Nick's mother deliberated. She decided the school went too far after a month of deliberation. Every day made her angrier. She had enough. She had to prevent this from happening to another child. She thought withdrawing her son from school was best. She lost trust forever. She would find Nick a good school to start over. She first had to address his old school. She sued the school. She knew. She only had to plan. For the kids, she wanted to sue. She knew the school would repeat this if nothing changed. She had to convince them to change. After searching, she found legal counsel through a friend and began the discussion. She asked him her options, and they could proceed. They devised a plan to scare the school. Would her decision to fight at school end well? She would sue the school for defamation. They had called the police on her 8-year-old son for speaking normally to her classmates. I bet they wouldn't have been alarmed if he used vanilla or another dessert-themed word. Nick's take. Nick wondered what went wrong. Even though they assured him he did nothing wrong, he wondered why a police officer had chosen him from his classmates. His adolescent mind had many questions. Nick was permanently damaged by this. His mother took it seriously. He asked his mother, "Mom, why was it me?" "Honey, relax. Mistake." She reassured her son. But what else could she say if he didn't believe her? She could prevent this from happening again. Her lawyer would ensure that. When Nick's mother sued, the school district investigated internally. This highlighted faculty behavior. Parents scrutinize everything, so this was good. What kind of school launches internal investigations after one mother lawyers up? One parent posted. Nick's mother was relieved to find public support for her school case. Parents began to understand their son's situation. They supported her, but the fight wasn't over. She had to humiliate the school by taking their only asset, money. After a long fight, they heard both sides' evidence and announced their verdict. Her heart raced. She answered with crossed fingers and closed eyes. The judge's words would make her cry and spin. She won defamation. Nick would receive damages from the school. It was a lot of money for a child, but she knew what to do. She watched her bank account shrink. She put it where? She saved it in a 10-year compound interest account. She protected the small fortune until he was 18. He could then hopefully buy a modest house or pay for extra tuition. She was glad to give her son security. After successfully winning the legal battle, the school gave Nick a formal apology, but it was too late. Many parents pulled their children out of the school, and nothing could repair the PR damage that had been done. Young Nick. What would he do after graduating? His mother would secure his future. Nick's mother researched local schools throughout the school battle. After 4, she found one that fit Nick. He joined the summer school. Is he happy there? It was an uneasy first semester, but Nick soon got used to the new environment and made new friends quickly. He was back to his normal self and never thought about the incident at his old school. They could proceed without worrying about the school hurting him. He had great prospects. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.